People complain about being broke while driving the very thing that's keeping them broke. That is today's topic. And we're going to dissect it very meticulously to a point where you see that this is self-inflicted wounds. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification for future videos. These things help with supporting the channel. Watch until the end. With that being said, let's dive in.
He's got $29,000 in negative equity. He can put $7,500 down, but he won't do an EV.
Right. So we're looking at a Geely Coupe. He's trying to get it close to $2,500 a month. He doesn't even want to put the 70.
I beg your pardon? $2,500 a month?
I'm like, I need something.
I want to take a look at where we are loan to value.
I think we were right around 121%. I was thinking if I located a 24 Geely 53.
53 regular?
Yeah.
I like where your head's at. That's where I was going.
Okay. There's one in, I think it was either Cincinnati or Columbus. It's an Alpine gray one with red.
The car I see in here is a 25. What about a 24?
The 24 Geely Coupe?
That's got the big incentive on it. But 24 Geely Coupe will be better. The 24 Geely 53 will be best. They both have $5,500 incentives for Amex, which is totally unnecessary for either of those cars to have that. The Geely 53 regular then goes a step further and has incentivized rates. So the money factor is incentivized. In either case, on a 24 Geely Coupe, especially if we can find one in stock that he's cool with.
I don't think we have one in stock.
Yeah, we have a couple.
24?
We've got two left.
Oh, okay.
A black and a black red.
He'd probably do the black red.
Let's take a look at this one real quick.
Yesterday he told me he was just going to keep the car.
What are you going to keep it for? Your 29K flip. Let's figure something out for you. Why does he want to get rid of it so quickly?
It's uncomfortable.
What is it?
It's a Genesis GV80.
Is he doing 25,000 miles a year on the lease?
He just bought the car 4 months ago and already put 11,000 miles on it. I don't
This
know.
lease isn't even calculated correctly because you have to choose the 20,000 mile residual first. Did he lease or did he buy that Genesis?
He bought it.
Okay, so it sounds to me like we have a high mile driver that has a pattern of getting out of cars early and rolling a mass amount of negative equity. That's probably how he has this payout.
Maybe.
Right?
Okay.
If you think about it, if he's already put 11,000 miles on the car in 4 months, this is exactly why I talk about doing high mile leases, because if you're driving 25,000 miles a year and you get a new car every 3 years, you're going to literally just always be flipped. Where's this guy located, by the way? Georgia?
Georgia, yeah.
We got to add in shipping, right? Or is he coming here? Oh, I see. All right, let's see what we get.
All right. You guys heard the salesman. Why do you want to keep this car? You're already 29K flipped. We understand that the lease is the biggest cash cow for dealerships because the first 3 years you're eating their depreciation. On top of that, now when you're done with it, they know that you took good care of the car, pristine condition, nice, no scratches, right? You kept it clean, you kept it low mileage. Now they get to sell it as a certified pre-owned car. It's like a casino. You're becoming addicted to things that don't serve you. Cars, emblems. This guy is 29,000 flipped. Just keep the car. And that's why I started the video by saying that people will complain about being broke while driving the very thing that's keeping them broke. This is the destruction and the downfall of the middle class. And quite frankly, the middle class is not even trapped by income alone, but by the belief that success must be visible. You have to see it. Luxury cars, from a Genesis to a Mercedes, a GLE. Beautiful names too. And it's sad because comparison culture convinces these type of people that you keep upgrading the car before they upgrade their finances. $2,500 a month. It was crazy, right? Paying that much for a car because he keeps playing the negative equity rollover game. So this guy is just crazy as hell, bro. I enjoy the content, but I'm continually shocked how much people are willing to part with for a vehicle. Yeah, people got to get their priorities straight. Yep. I just did a high mile lease for that reason. I do about 20K a year, and I like my new cars. Okay. I mean, to each his own, but at the end of the day, no ownership. You're going to keep playing the same game. High miles never lease. The dealer will screw you. They always have a way of winning. This is why the dealership always wins, boys. I'm telling you, they run this ship like a casino. Like a casino.
What is a deal that you thought wasn't going to get approved but did?
A customer with 3 repos. They drove like an hour and a half away. I don't know how we got it done, but that's what we do here at Taverna.
What was the time
Crazy.
you didn't think your customer would get approved but did?
Almost every deal this month, banks are buying really deep right now, subprime. So if you have bad credit, now is the time because the banks are just doing any deal.
What is a deal that you didn't think would get approved but did?
A customer yesterday, a lovely lady, has 4 previous bankruptcies, 3 previous repossessions. We were able to get her fully approved with $3,000 down on a beautiful 2023 Jeep Wrangler. We didn't think we'd be able to get it done, but we got it done. Customer went home with a beautiful car and is very happy.
What is a deal that you didn't think would get approved but did?
I had this customer come in once, really old Chrysler 300, like something like this. And he comes in to test drive a Porsche. And I'm like, anyways, he has $10,000 down, got him approved on a Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Can you imagine that? And he was like, yeah, I just got off work. This is going to be my weekend car. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm shocked for the wrong reasons as well. Are we shocked? 3 repos in 2 different scenarios. I love how people don't question who benefits from my financial mistakes. Who benefits from me just making reckless, irresponsible, financially illiterate decisions? And people say, oh, there's 9 to 5 is a matrix. But then they do everything that will never make them quit or be free. The matrix is not a 9 to 5. That is your biggest wealth creation tool. The matrix is keeping up with other people and financing things you honestly do not understand or know. And then you ask questions why later when you have messed up to begin with. And you have to literally roll over negative equity and be in repossessions after repossessions. I will tell you this right now, that every person that literally comes to this place that was in this situation has a high interest rate. See, the thing about the banks is that they will literally finance your downfall, your destruction. Because at the end of the day, for the bank to make money, right, passive money, they have to give you loans. They can't keep money. The way that you guys save money is not how the banks think. If they save money, they go bankrupt. They have to literally pass out loans with fractional reserve banking so they can make interest. It's a very simple system. Debt is financed by the banks, right? And that debt allows people to borrow a lifestyle.
In this truck, I don't like it anymore. The fuel consumption and the price of the gas. Why didn't you guys tell me that it was going to be so expensive to operate? I am not happy. I'm bringing back the vehicle.
You bought the F-250?
Yes, that's the one.
The diesel, right?
The Beast.
Yes.
I need to return it, refund it, trade it in, something.
Unfortunately, you can't just return vehicles. There's no cooling off period, or at least there's not in Georgia, especially that it's been almost 4 months ago. I'm sorry that you don't like the vehicle, but when I was talking to the salesperson the day you bought it, he said that you were through the roof with happiness.
I am not happy. I'm bringing back the vehicle, dropping it off in the lot, and be done with it.
I'm really sorry to hear that you're upset with it. Gas prices are high right now, man. They are so high, but we didn't know that they were going to go up to $5 plus a gallon.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying that with y'all's experience in selling vehicles, that could have been brought up to my attention.
So you're saying that we shouldn't have sold you this truck?
All I'm bringing to your attention is that the salesman did not bring up that point for me to take in consideration.
Right, but it is an F-250 diesel. Big trucks take a lot of fuel.
Regardless of all that, I still don't want it, and I'm dropping it off.
I would highly discourage you from doing that. You have a great interest rate, which means that you have great credit. We don't own that vehicle anymore. Your bank does. So if you drop that vehicle back off at this lot, it's going to just sit here until that bank comes and picks that up due to a repossession. And that repossession is going to go on your credit. And if you get a repo on your credit, it's one of the hardest things to get off of there. You're usually on there for somewhere up to 7 years. If this was me, I would never do that. I just don't think that that's the right play here because you are going to decimate your credit.
What do you recommend in my situation?
If it was me, I'd keep it for 2 years. Keep paying down on it. Any extra money that you can throw towards the principal balance of the loan, I would do that. That will give you the ability to help you trade it in sooner. If you tried to trade it in right now, I think that you'd be really, really upset because you're going to have some negative equity there due to depreciation.
Okay, I will take that in consideration and move forward.
Okay. Again, I'm so sorry that you're not loving the vehicle, but if there's anything I can do for you in the future, you do not hesitate to call me.
I understand.
You had a grown man that was throwing tantrums like a toddler. That's really what this was. At the end of the day, did you expect the salesman to hold your hand like he's your wife? Don't do this, please. Please, honey. No. His check, his livelihood depends on you signing that dotted line. You did. You should have did easy research on cost of ownership. The gas, $5. Nobody has control over that, except for politics in DC. You had the chance to look through your finances and understand that, number one, the payment is too high for that type of truck. 2, the maintenance is too high for that type of truck. 3, the diesel and the gas that goes with that car is too high for that truck. Now what? Accountability. He's right. Pay it off for 2 years and then think about trading it in. But please don't put too much miles on it because you're already paying too much money for a car that depreciates. Depreciation. It's a metal, glass, and plastic. It will lose value. How hard is this to understand? We went to school for 12 years, another 4 years, like almost 16 years. We still can't break our life down in the simplest form.
A good reason why you might be poor.
Yo, the emphasis on poor, like how he said it, the emphasis. You could have just said broke, but you said poor.
It's a good reason why you might be poor. You have 2 brand new vehicles, 2 car payments. Oh, let's just say $2,500 a month. House payment, $3,000 a month. Car insurance, let's just say $1,000 a month. What is that? $355, $65 between 2 people, a couple. You're making about $10,000 a month. You got $3,000 left to spend. You're married to your vehicles and insurance. I didn't even mention the gas. At $500 a week is what I'm guessing that these people pay for gas for each car. You better be earning some cash, folks.
Number one, I'm gonna say is you're watching a little too hard, bro. Just enjoy your walk, bro. You pocket watching other people's cars, man. That's a violation. Number two, he's right. $6,000 going into things that honestly you get nothing back. It's crazy as hell. Just $3,000 in depreciating assets. In the last clip, what did I say? People are paying that much money, working 40 hours a week, breaking their back, being overburnt, right? Dealing with disrespect from managers, delusions from coworkers, annoying ass coworkers, all to have plastic, glass, and metal. On top of that, right, you still probably have student loans. You have credit card debt. You might finance a vacation here or two. Inflation is already through the roof. Property taxes are already high. I it's just crazy, man. Like I said, the middle class is not trapped by income alone, but by the belief that success should be visible. As you can see here in the driveway, it was very visible. It's crazy that you have to work 40 hours for money, being stuck in traffic, then trade all the money for liabilities, which then will make you work harder. This is the death of the middle class, and the middle class are already being squeezed out. But this is really a time for you to understand that. Let me stop playing these games and buy a car that I'm going to keep for multiple years until I have a safety net and an emergency savings that will take care of me and my family. People have kids. You can't be gambling like that because life throws different outcomes, and it is not in your favor sometimes.
So parents are helping their adult kids buy homes, and there's definitely strings attached. And as a loan officer that helps people get mortgages, I see more and more of this. So I'm talking to this woman who explains to me that her and her boyfriend want to get approved to buy a house, and her dad is going to give them the down payment. So she asked me what the most they can qualify for. And when it's all said and done, they qualify for about $750. I said, how much is your dad going to put in the transaction? She says, I don't know, but he wants to talk to you. Next day, I'm talking to the dad, and I explain what I've done, and I give the payment at that $750. And he goes, wow, that's a large payment. I said, yeah. He says, what can my daughter qualify for without her boyfriend? So I run the numbers, and I said, without him, about $375. And he goes, so if I gave her $200,000, she could buy something for $575? I said, yeah. And he goes, what would that payment be? And I give that payment, and it's a lot lower. And he says, okay. He says, and how would I get on the deed of this house? I said, on the deed? And he goes, yeah, I don't want to be on the mortgage. I just want to be on the deed. I said, well, you just send me your ID and we'll make sure that the title company adds you to the deed. He says, okay. He says, send a pre-approval over to her and me for $575, not $750 or whatever you did initially. I said, okay. Next day, the daughter calls me up and says, what did you say to my dad? So what do you mean? Well, you told me we could get approved for $750, and now you're sending me a pre-approval for $575. So I didn't say anything to your dad. Your dad wanted to know what you could get approved for without your boyfriend. I don't think he wants him on the deed or the note that he's helping with. She goes, I know, he told me that. I said, so if you buy for $575, I think he's going to give you $200,000. You're going to get a loan for $375. You're going to be on the mortgage, and both of you are going to be on the deed. And she goes, yeah, but we were looking at houses that were much more than that. I go, I think he's decided he's not going to give you any of that money. If you buy it with your boyfriend, he's just going to help you out. You need to talk to him, not me.
I don't care how you look at this, but me looking at this through the lens of a father that has a daughter, I'm doing the same thing. This is a father that's protecting his daughter. Excellent father. Very noble. I love this guy. And I would do the same thing for my daughter. I would literally play the same scenario to her face. Because at the end of the day, you are not married to your boyfriend and you're over chewing. At $750,000, you could lose a job. The outcome swings. Anyway, life throws everything at you sometimes. You might have good money. Yeah, well, we had people that had money and lost it all. There's no legal ramifications. There's no legal things that protect you, right? With this boyfriend. At the end of the day, literally, you guys might get this house. The next day, you guys are broken up. Now what? Sticky situation. Knowledge. You, as the daughter, have knowledge, but your father possesses both. Because knowledge you possess because you make good money because you would not get approved for this high of a loan with your boyfriend. So there's some sort of intellect, but what you don't have, my dear, is wisdom. And your father has been through seasoned experiences, and that is how wisdom is attained, sweetheart. Listen to your father. He will give you the bankroll. 375 is doable. It doesn't matter even if you lose your job and you guys potentially get married, 375 is doable. And also there's this thing where people change. The boyfriend might change on you. He might start to resent the father, right? He might be jealous of the father, the connection you guys have. So at the end of the day, this is a great father looking out for his daughter, the legal ramifications and the financial abuse that this can cause with her and the boyfriend. is catastrophic. And the father is trying to weather that so it could favor his daughter. And sometimes the daughter could be a little bit emotional. You wanted to buy a house that has a pool, nice acre, all this stuff. Listen to the father. He's the one bankrolling this so you can live a good, happy life. But at the end of the day, today we learned that people are literally financing cars and keep playing the same crisis year after year and not getting ahead financially. The goal of a car is for you to go from point A to point B. I never understood how some people will try to impress people through cars that they don't even own, that the bank owns, to try to get a little bit of giggles, laughs, hugs, and some sort of, I'm proud of you. And the easiest way to go broke is to make financial decisions based on other people's opinion. Keep playing the same game. Keep playing the same trends. Keep playing the same life over and over again until you are old and you don't have the same energy. You can't get the same jobs anymore, and you have nothing to your name. Buy a car, keep it for 5 to 7 years, build wealth, emergency expense, anything to walk away from situations you don't like, and then buy the car in cash. Because we've seen the games that people are playing, and it's not favoring them in any way, shape, or form. But with that being said, I'm not trying to keep this video for too long. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. We're so close to 4,000 subscribers. We're so close. Let's take over the summer. I really do appreciate the people that take the time to comment and to always tune in and to like and to hype the videos. You know who you are, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. That being said, be good, do good. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.